welcome to the Gentlemen's Club Live with your host, the Kushner, and the three-time champ, Andrew Simon. This guy's been in the championship game the last 2 years, and he's won 50% of the time. It's Eric Hastert. And this guy is in a 10-man league. We've had 9 different champions, but he's not one of them. It's Brian Hastert.
What up, everybody? It's just your boys, the Inglorious Hasterts. We're here to party. You know what I did, Eric? What'd you do, Brian?
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I'm not feeling too good, bro.
That's depressing as shit. It is Chiefs bye week, so we just get to relax this Sunday, watch all these other teams lose, and Chiefs cruise on into next week. A well-needed week off for the Chiefs this week.
Yeah, it was, and they deserved it after that win against the Dolphins. How did we do?
We sucked in the second half. First half looked pretty solid, but our offense has looked pretty bad this whole season, honestly. I'm a little nervous.
What's crazy? Those first 20 plays where we just dominated was scripted by Andy Reid. The rest of the game was all Nagy's play calling, so maybe we should just stick with Andy Reid. What do you say?
I think we need to fire Nagy, send him back to Chicago. I know the Bears loved him up there, so might as well just get rid of him now. Move on from Nagy. Just let Andy Reid do everything. I agree.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, looking at the standings in the league, we got 2 boys on top. That's me and Dustin. I got him by points, just by a little bit. One team at 6-3 with Simon. Caleb coming in 4th place. He's making that mid-season push to make those playoffs. Brian 5-4, losing 3 straight. That's rough for you, Brian. And then the bottom half, Justin picked up a win. We'll go over those games. And then 3 teams at 3-6. Dylan, good luck next year. The lotto is going to be fun for you. I know this doesn't really apply to Dylan too much, but it's fun.
Yeah, what's the Olympians supposed to reenact the Pain Olympics this year, right? Is that what we decided on?
Classic from 2021 there. Caleb, doesn't really apply to you because it looks like you could make playoffs this year. But Dylan, going to that lottery. What are you trying to say, Brian?
Well, isn't last place reenacting the Pain Olympics this year? Am I correct?
Yes, actually, that is what I heard. So better go ahead and get that other kid ready going now because it's
That's what we'll say.
Yikers. All right. Anyways, let me just throw these up there while we got that going. Let's go ahead and take a look at the pickup of the week.
I like that. And I really like that. So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin.
And I'm going to have to give it – there wasn't a whole lot of action here. I'm going to give it to Justin because Dak is on a tear, but Justin did not have the balls to start him. He started Sam Howell instead. Still got the W. We'll go over that here in a second. But, Justin, getting Dak was good. I think, Brian, did you drop him?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you drafted him for some reason as a backup.
I might have, but who knows? I dropped a lot of good people. So
Will Levis didn't really work out for you, Simon. He kind of had a mediocre day. We'll see if Trey McBride can get going with Kyler Murray back. But, yeah, Justin, you got yourself a quarterback. Losing Kirk, good replacement there. Let's just go ahead and move on to last week, starting with Justin.
Last week.
Brian, you can go ahead and take this one.
Whose game is it?
Justin and Caleb.
Well, this one was a bit of an upset, honestly, Eric. I really thought that Caleb was going to come in here and handle business the way he's been strategizing the last couple of weeks, but it just was not enough. Justin's defense put up 30 points, and Eckler put up 20, so he got 50 points in one night. when I think he only needed about 18. So he thought it was going to be a razor thin kind of margin there, but it turned out to be an ass whooping.
Yeah, well, when you play the Jets and they have Zach Wilson at quarterback, they ain't going to do shit.
That's right. You say that again.
Yep, tough week for Caleb. Not going to win a lot of weeks at 108 points. Josh Allen, pretty good. CeeDee Lamb has been on a tear. Michael Pittman's been consistent. And old Gus Bus, you're welcome. That was probably that hurt dropping him. But you took the keys to that bus, and you've been riding him for a while now.
But guess what? James still ain't cooking.
Yep, James still ain't cooking. That ain't good. And they picked up Leonard Fournette. So we'll see if that hurts James Cook going forward. But Justin, well-needed win there. Back into the race. He's in 6th place.
He's got a sneaky face.
Hopefully you can stay there, because being a champion and then not even making playoffs the next year is pretty embarrassing. All right, moving on to Dustin and Dylan. Dylan taking the L here, only putting up 68 points. Man, that's rough. Too bad he couldn't have got one more. 69 would have been nice. Not a good week here overall. You only had 2 players in double-digit points. Lamar has just been a disappointment the last few weeks, or last couple weeks, I guess. I have him in my work league, and he has screwed me over multiple times. I literally lost by 1 point this week. Couldn't have got me, 15, but that's all right.
Which is funny too, because they won by 34 points, and they
scored like
14 points.
35 points, and Lamar didn't even. Tyler Huntley had more passing touchdowns in this game than Lamar Jackson.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Team's just struggling. Cooper Kupp, hopefully he gets his quarterback back next or after the bye. Javonte Williams, good pickup. But needless to say, unless you go on a historic run here, I think your season is over. Go ahead and keep setting that lineup, though, because you can ruin someone's season. Dustin, not the best week out of his team. He's typically putting up over 110 points every week. So down week for Dustin. This is a good week to have been playing him if you weren't Dylan. Not much to say. Ramondre Stevenson with a bounce back with 20 points. Everyone else was pretty average or worse than average. Did you leave any points? Madison and Smith could have had a little bit more, but you got the dub. You stay in 2nd place at 7-2. Brian, go ahead and recap your game.
Okay. Well, I mean, what you want me to say, man? All I needed was a regular week out of Mahomes, who's been just absolutely disappointing from a fantasy standpoint this season. He only got 18.5. Bijan and Kenneth Walker, absolutely terrible weeks. Like, I don't know what the hell happened with them. Literally just needed one more point out of like so many players would have won. If I didn't drop the Chiefs defense, I would have won. If Justin Herbert didn't complete that long lucky pass to Keenan Allen, I would have won. So anyways, congratulations to Mitch. This is how every year goes for me. I win 5 in a row, and then I lose the rest of the season. So is this the Mitch's hot streak, Eric? Is he going to start coming back now?
I don't know. It could be. I mean, he's won. Is this 3 in a row now, or 2 in a row? I think it's 2 in a row. So not necessarily a streak. Maybe he gets another one this week and starts going on that. But overall, his team did not do that great. He got saved by his defense and his kicker. And then Josh Jacobs finally had a good week, but everyone else was dog shit.
I'm still in a good spot. All right. There's a lot of parity still to go around. I'm 2 ahead of 6th or 7th place. So I still got a good lock. I'm not too worried yet. If I lose this week, I'm going to panic a little bit. But right now, let's just keep rolling.
Mitch leaving a lot of points down here with Schultz and Tank Dell. That's got to hurt. But you still got the win. Moving on. A-Ray and Simon. Simon with a much-needed win here to stay in that 3rd slot. 112-94 against A-Ray. A-Ray moving to 3-6. Not the best. Picking up Jordan Love and starting him. I told you he was not going to do great, and he did not. Joe Burrow's finally starting to be Joe Burrow again. Jonathan Taylor looking like Jonathan Taylor. Hopefully he can continue there.
A.J. Brown looking like A.J. Brown. Cole Kmet looking like Travis Kelce.
20 points. Mixon had a good week. Najee, that actually isn't looking bad in that trade you made. Derrick Henry was 17. Just wasn't going to be enough for A-Ray here, even with Simon's big players not having really good weeks. And he didn't have CMC, so kind of makes sense why he didn't put up over 100 or over 120 like he usually does. Simon getting the win, much needed. And last but not least, let's take a look at our last one here. If I can get it going.
Most points in a loss?
I don't care how you feel about
You've
Brady.
got Hastert luck.
It was his birthday.
Suck on that L, bitch.
I don't know. I don't know why you continue to talk when I play like the intros.
Oh, is it over?
How do you not see it?
No.
How do you not see it?
I don't see it.
Are you on your phone?
Yes.
That's probably why.
Is it happening or is it over?
It's over. Hastert Luck Award here goes to Brady this week. It was his best week this week. Anyways, Brian, say what you said. So you can get that
I feel bad for my boy Brady. It was his birthday week. He put up one of the best weeks, like you said. And everyone else in the team and most fantasy scores across all leagues were pretty abysmal this week or average. Brady would have beat everyone else. I feel bad you had to do that on his birthday week. So congratulations, asshole.
Yeah, I feel great about it too. Yeah, Brady, you would have beat everybody else this week. That's unfortunate, but you did play the two-time champ and the number one team in the league this week. Brady, historic week out of CJ Stroud, 46.5 points. You love that. And same with Rachaad White. Too bad you didn't draft better because everyone else was shit here. Taysom Hill was a great pickup for you. He's been really consistent. He's been vulturing Kamara. I hate that so much. Taysom Hill's a piece of shit. Defense and your kicker. Your kicker outscored everyone else, all three of these guys here. George Pickens apparently unfollowed all of his teammates, unfollowed his coaches, unfollowed the Steelers. So maybe he's trying to be like, hey, trade me or release me, do something, even though you can't trade right now.
The Steelers always have to have that one diva receiver. It's a tradition or a rite of passage at this point.
George Pickens is really good. That's what's crazy. It's just Kenny Pickett sucks and doesn't feed him. He keeps feeding Deontay Johnson, who's also good. But
here's the issue. When they scored and they were winning, he still turned around and didn't celebrate with his teammates. It doesn't matter if you don't get the ball. If you're winning, you better celebrate.
That's true. That is true. I think if Brady did have if he had Amon-Ra, I think he definitely would have had a chance to beat me this week, even with my 141-point score here. My team looking pretty solid. My running backs had their worst weeks there. My defense could be pick up of the season, 30 points for me there. Everyone else is pretty average across the board. Diggs getting that late touchdown really put me into a good spot. And T. Higgins finally came back from injury, puts up 15 points for me over DJ Moore, over Jordan Addison. And what happens? He fucking pulls his hammy in practice this week. So he's not going to play Sunday. I'm not going to get him again for another fucking 4 weeks.
All right, stop the roster baiting. We got to get some bets going.
I roster bait all over you. Okay, anyways, I get the win. Stay in first place. Yeah, nothing to say about our benches. Sorry, Brady. That sucks. Been there. Actually, wait. Oh, yeah, you would have beat Miller by 0.1 had you played him. That would have been an epic fucking ending right there. All right.
Fucking epic, man.
Well, that's all we got to say about week 9. You got anything else to say?
Let's get on to week 10. Let's get these bets rolling.
Let's get on to week 10, but we're going to have to take a real quick wait, where is that?
How many commercial breaks we got to get these people?
What? This one.
The Gentleman's Club is proudly presented by Toodles. Toodles, the #1 fart filtering undies, and probably the only ones on the market. With Toodles, you can leave the worry behind and let your fart flag fly. Toodles is not responsible for any odors related to sharks, queefs, prairie dogs, period, pussy, or turtle heading. Use code SCOTTY.
All right. That's all we needed to see of that. Oh, wait. I had him muted.
Are you ready to hit him for it? Hit him
with it.
Sing it.
No.
Okay. All right, which game we start with?
We're going to start. There are a lot of close games this week, but we definitely have a showdown that we have to go over. We're going to start here with – actually, wait. Yeah, we're going to start with Brady and Caleb. Caleb is just projected to whip the shit out of Brady. Seems like a pretty good trend. Hey, Brady, anything can happen. You were projected 87 points Sunday morning, and you ended with 130. So anything can happen. Projections really don't mean shit here. But let's take a deeper look. Caleb's got all the check marks. Brady has one with Rachaad White, who has been really solid lately. Tennessee, tough defense, so you don't like that. But Caleb's team, Denver, love it. Even though they've been playing better, they did give us a run for our money. So you never know, that could be different. But he's got the number one quarterback right now, so you love it. Cleveland, you hate. Giants, you love. Jacksonville, you love. Sam Laporta against the Chargers, you love. He could easily fucking be the number one tight end at the end of the week.
I think Caleb just one running back away from being really good. So like, if I was him, I definitely wouldn't trade me Tyreek Hill to get like Kenneth Walker and Bijan. I wouldn't do that, but you never know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and like the running back position, like has no depth. You know that because Gus Edwards is number 10.
Oh, quarterback and running
literally,
back.
like, look at this. I'm pretty sure I picked him up right before the Cincinnati game. Held on to him, dropped him 20, 28, 17. Now he's a top 10 running back because he's had three really good weeks.
Running back sucks so bad this year that Kyron Williams is like still top 10 and he's been out 5 weeks. Zach Moss is like number 5 running back and he's the backup. So tell me how it's going this year.
It's going great for me. I know that. I drafted running backs really well. I know some other people didn't.
Bijan fucker. All right.
Yeah, Bijan's getting fucked by his coaches. That's not his fault. Brady's team, not bad matchups here. Stroud could easily go off for another 25 to 30. Rachaad White, like I said, not good. Algier could be a sneaky play because they don't play Bijan. Amon-Ra could easily go off for 20 against the Chargers. Ridley against San Francisco, not the best, but San Francisco hasn't been the same. Taysom Hill's getting you awesome tight end points because he throws the ball, he runs the ball. He doesn't actually play tight end. He just vultures touchdowns from Alvin Kamara. And he's trusting Pickens again. Maybe he saw the squeaky wheel stuff. Maybe he gets the grease this week. It is a good matchup against Green Bay.
He's going to need that grease when Caleb waxes him. You feel me, bro? I think Caleb's going to put up 40 on him. Yeah. Over 40.
He's only going to put up 40.
Yeah, it's going to be 45 to 10.
I mean, the projections are just too strong here. I don't know. Damn. Brady got fucked around on his last 120-point week. Caleb had 150 that week.
You know what? I'll take the spread here. I'm going to take Brady to cover 17.5.
Okay, Brady's going to cover 17.5. I like that, but I am going to take Caleb with the win. Brady could have a sneaky week. You never know. He's done it before. He literally did that last week. Caleb doesn't have Tyreek Hill. That really hurts him. Brady doesn't. He's got a lot of questionable guys, but nothing really crazy. JJ should be back here in a couple weeks. If Brady can hold on, maybe that'll save his season. All right, let's move on to Mitch and Justin. This is a really close
game. We got a comment here from Andrew Simon. First time, long time. Is he talking about sexual stuff?
First time? No, I think he's a first time viewer, long time hoster. Is that what I'm getting at here?
That could be it. That could be more accurate.
Or it was his first time and it was a long time. That's why he couldn't make the show tonight.
Oh,
this is a close one. We got a lot of close matchups, but this one, 1 point difference, 1.2, a battle of our 6th and 7th place, which is very crucial at this stage in the season, knowing we are over halfway done. Let's look at Mitch's team. Brian, take it from here.
I mean, the Detroit game should be a shootout. I think James Cook still is a pooper, but I think the rest of his team looks solid. Ayuk's been pretty up and down. He's been pretty shitty lately since he had those blow-up weeks. I still think Caleb puts up around, I think Mitch puts up around 105 to 110.
Wow, dude, you just called Mitch Caleb, and Caleb stole Mitch's girlfriend once.
Wait, what's happening? My thing didn't update. It says it's Mitch's team, but it says Josh out. Okay, I got Caleb's team up here. Hold on. Let me reload this.
Anyways, it's favoring Herbert, but I feel like Dak's going to outscore Herbert this week. Detroit's defense isn't a slump, a piece of shit, but the Giants are.
And Chase is hurt. Jacobs is playing the Jets. You know what? I'm going to take Miller in this one for sure.
I think Miller has a decent shot. Deontay Johnson's been playing really well.
He played one game.
What? No. Bro, he's had 3 good weeks in a row.
Oh, has he been back that long?
12, 18. That's all solid, especially for wide receiver, too.
My bad.
God, learn your football, dude.
And then, Tank Dell, I hate that roulette of receivers at Houston. You never know who's going to get the box of chocolates that week. But if Tank Dell does have a deep bomb, I can see Mitch putting up some points this week.
Yeah, Mitch has got some tough matchups, but overall, not bad. I think it'll depend on if Chase plays. I know he didn't practice today, but he's still actually projected points. T. Higgins is not projected any points. So he should play. And if T. Higgins doesn't play, then it's the Jamar Chase show all day.
Chase is hurt. Chase might not play either.
I know. I just said if he does play, Higgins isn't playing, so then it's going to be good for Chase.
Or they could use him like Bijan and just be a decoy on the sideline too. You never know.
Yeah. Miller, Dak going to tear up the Giants. Eckler should have a decent week against Detroit. Aaron Jones should tear up Pittsburgh if they use him right. They never do. They haven't in fucking 4 years. He's starting Gabe Davis, risky play. He could give him 0 points or 30 points. It is against Denver. You like it. Thielen tonight against Chicago. You love it. Same thing here with Jake Ferguson. Etienne could have a slower week against the Niners. They did pick up a lot of defensive pieces, and I think they're all going to be playing this week. So Etienne could come back down to earth there. Damn, man. This one is going to be close. I think it is going to end close. If Chase plays, I'm giving it to Mitch. If he doesn't, I'm giving it to Miller. Waddle on bye. He's got Goddard on bye, also with a broken arm. Not really much you could do there. All right, we'll see here. I'm gonna just take Mitch. Sorry, Miller, you suck. All right,
Miller, I'm taking Miller.
Okay, I'm gonna move on here to Simon and Dylan. Actually, closer than you would think with a 6-3 and a 2-7 team. Is Simon miss? Simon's not missing anybody as far as projections go. Okay, he's got AJ Brown on bye, Pacheco, defense, Puka. So he's missing a lot of key pieces. So Dylan, if there was a week to ruin someone's season, it's this week. Matchups are pretty good here. CMC should go off. Jonathan Taylor should have a good week. Drake London should be fine. Jerry Jeudy, he's kind of been on and off rosters. I dropped him this week because I had to pick up a quarterback. Cole Kmet tonight. Simon's got some good matchups, so he should still be able to put up some points. Brian, what about Dylan's team?
Dylan's had some unfortunate luck. He's playing a lot of backups like Deontay Foreman. Devontae Williams did have a good week against us. I still don't believe in him. DK's being a diva lately. Garrett Wilson's still surprisingly decent, but the Raiders do have a good secondary. I am going to pick the upset here. I think Dylan finally does get a win again, and I think Simon puts up about 95. Dylan's going to put up 110.
Yep. Interesting choice to go with Chuba over Deontay or Donta Foreman. Both are playing tonight, both with good opposite matchups. So
real quick, is Sanders done? Why is Chuba in the betting world? Chuba's projected 40 and Sanders only 20. Did he lose a spot?
Literally, they've been playing Chuba more than him. Sanders was hurt for a couple weeks, and then Chuba took over, and now it's kind of like a 50-50 split, 60-40 split in Chuba's favor.
Okay.
So if your running backs do good this week, I think you can get the win, but I am going to take Simon in this one.
Okay.
Brian, you can go over your game.
All right.
Another close one.
So, I have Mahomes and Mostert on bye. My team's sucking. Kyler Murray's first game back. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Bijan, I'm expecting 8 points. I'll be happy with 8 points at this point. Kenneth Walker's been sucking. Olave's gotten a speeding ticket. Nico Collins is the third receiver on that team now. I don't know. My team's in shambles right now, so I don't project my team's going to do very well. And A-Ray's team's been kind of hot lately. He's got Derrick Henry. Najee's been playing better. Devontae's still a little iffy, especially against the Jets. And then McLaurin's randomly came alive. So I don't know. It's going to be a close game. I think A-Ray's going to beat me. What do you think?
It's going to be close here. Simon just said he's going to be swapping in Debo, so that's definitely a boost to Simon's team. But going to this game, A-Ray's projected to win. That's crazy because I felt like your team was probably one of the better ones in the league. Risky start with Kyler Murray, but at least it's at home against Atlanta. I think this is it. If Bijan cannot do it against Arizona, if Arthur Smith does not give him more than fucking 10 touches in this game, I don't think you can start him. This is like the make or break week for Bijan.
I hope that the Cardinals beat them, so maybe Arthur Smith gets fired, because I don't know if you guys have watched Bijan this season. Every week in the first 4 weeks, he had a highlight that any running back would be happy with in their career, and he had it every week. And then you stop using him.
Yeah.
That's not using Kelsey.
We know how good he can be. I mean, this stretch right here was solid, and then it just went downhill. Even 12.5 is not terrible, I guess, but still, like you're getting under 15 touches. He's only had over 15 carries 1 week.
He doesn't get any red zone carries. I think last week they did an end around with Jonnu. They ran it with Algier, who lost 6 yards. They didn't get it on they were on the 1 yard line. I'm fucking heated, dude. I'm fucking heated.
You don't draft in the first round and not play him, but the Falcons are going to Falcon. You got some good matchups, though. Kenneth Walker could bounce back against Washington, and I think Nico should be fine against
He didn't even practice yesterday, so we'll see if Kenneth Walker even plays.
Devontae Adams against the Jets, you don't like that. Derrick Henry against Tampa Bay could be okay. San Francisco might shut Trevor Lawrence down. I think I'm going to take you. I think you got the better matchups here. A-Ray, sorry, you might be in the lotto next year after this week. But Brian, yeah, I think you have some good matchups. I think you'll be fine.
Okay, showdown. Right.
Showdown of the week. I know it's going to be closer than this because Dustin doesn't have a quarterback right now. But showdown of the week between our first and second place teams, both 7-2. Dustin doesn't have Tua. Justin Fields just got ruled out, so I assume he's going to put him on IR and go pick up a quarterback. So obviously he's going to get about 18 to 20 more points. So we'll put him at like 105 to 114. So still projected to win here. I got all the check marks, which is good. I think he's going to cover 29.5. Clearly when that changes. But Brian, you go over Dustin's team.
Well, I think Dustin's kind of suffering from my team. We start out hot. He's still winning, obviously, which is good. But, like, Pollard's been one of the most disappointing picks of the draft. Madison hasn't been doing very good. Akers is hurt. Maybe that helps him. Keenan Allen's boomer bust, I feel like. And then same with Mike Evans. He's got a lot of boomer bust players. I think you're obviously going to smack him this week. But I think in the long run, Dustin's still going to make a good, playoff run with his team.
Yeah, you never know. It kind of depends on who he throws in at quarterback. And then Pollard's got a good matchup against the Giants, so he could easily have a good bounce back. He's got to play Jonnu Smith because he's got Kelsey, Devontae Smith, and DeAndre Swift on bye.
Well, Jonnu Smith's the receiver one, the running back one, and the tight end one for the Falcons now because they don't even care about Kyle Pitts either. So that's a good pickup.
Yeah, it's a good pickup. Ramondre's been good lately, so if you're guys that have been struggling that are starting to come around, continue to come around, I think you have a good chance here. But, I mean, my team's pretty solid top to bottom. I do have to start Brock Purdy this week because I've got Jalen Hurts on bye. And I had planned on starting T. Higgins, but he's clearly out this week. So I'm going with DJ Moore tonight. Revenge game. He's been shit the last 4 weeks. Tyson Bagent sucks. But I'm really hoping –
DJ Moore is the king of Thursday night. He put up 40 points.
I know. I'm really hoping for a repeat Thursday night performance there. He's actually the highest scoring Thursday night player this season. Breece Hall's got a good matchup. Kamara, okay matchup. As long as Taysom Hill doesn't vulture Kamara, I think he'll put up 15 to 20. And then Diggs, solid almost every week. We'll see what DJ Moore can do tonight. Bear down. Dalton Kincaid's been really good for me. Potentially pickup of the year, depending on what Dawson Knox does if he comes back. And then actually I'll probably be starting David Montgomery here. He's on my IR right now. I don't know why it's not showing. But I'm probably going to start Montgomery only because they play Dallas. And Saquon Barkley is literally the only player on their offense that they give the ball to. So if you're Dallas, you're going to have 11-man boxes against the Giants. They're going to go down to 20 in the first quarter. And this game's going to be over by halftime. So I think Barkley's going to get pulled from the game in like the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you had the most complete team. You had 3 top 10 running backs. If you had one more better receiver, you'd have 2 top 10 receivers. And Jalen Hurts is a top 3. But like you said, I think the Giants are so fucking bad that they're going to get blown out at halftime and Barkley won't get very many points. So that's going to hurt you in the long run. I don't know how his schedule is the rest of the season, but I do think you win this week.
If even without Daniel Jones, like he's still getting double-digit points, so it's not awful. Like he's a good flex play. And like I said, I'm going to start Montgomery over him this week. So that'll be changed out.
We needed one touchdown from him to win $500 last week, so I kind of hate Barkley right now.
And if T. Higgins can get healthy, I do think he'll be a lot more consistent now that Joe Burrow's doing good. But yeah, I've had some shit luck. Brees Hall lost his quarterback. DJ Moore's lost his quarterback the last 4 weeks. Saquon Barkley lost his quarterback. That's fun. Jordan Addison lost his quarterback. That's fun. So a lot of my guys are getting affected by other players on their team. It sucks. But I'm really hoping I get the win here to stay in sole first place. But I got to do what I got to do. I think Dustin knocks me off here. He's going to get lucky.
I think you're just saying for reverse karma.
Yeah, he's going to get lucky somehow, like Brady. Keenan Allen will probably put up 25. Mike Evans will have 20. Ramondre will have 20. Madison will secretly have 15. And whatever quarterback he picks up is going to have 35.
All right, let's get into the bets.
Just calling it now. All right. Yeah, let's do it.
Previously on Serial Gamblers. You know, I really like this 10-team parlay, but I'd like it more if it was 12 teams. We talking about taxes? Taxes? How can you successfully gamble in a world where Kansas football is undefeated? This is a global Telink prepaid call from Sleep Sloop, a patient at Gamblers Anonymous. From my office in Wichita, Kansas, this is Serial Gamblers, a weekly segment on the continued gambling addiction found in the Gentleman's Club. I'm Andrew Simon.
We are not in Wichita, Kansas anymore. We are with the two degenerates, actually just one degenerate and his brother. But let's throw a greasy parlay together here. What do you want to start with? Oh shit! Hold on. I got you muted. There you go.
Okay, what I said was I wish KU was still undefeated, but Jalen Daniels is a bitch.
Hey,
Good
7-2 is not bad.
First off, show the boys the boost. The boost is not bad tonight. Boosted to plus 200. Thielen and Moore for 50 yards receiving. Pretty good. And let's get into the parlays.
I mean, we just told them about it. Who cares?
Yeah.
The boost is 50 yards for those two. I went ahead and did it.
Maxed it.
All right. Are we throwing together a smart one or kind of just like a...
So I got $40 to play with. Let's do first touchdown scores. I'm going to put 10 on one of them.
What?
I'm going to do one first. Who do you think the first touchdown score of the game is going to be?
Where? Oh, there it is.
I kind of want to go with, like, what if Miles Sanders actually gets one?
I don't know. I think the Bears are going to score first. I wouldn't mind a Cole Kmet at those odds, but I do think Deontay Foreman gets a touchdown tonight. Whether it's the first one or not, I think he gets one.
Well, that's only plus 500.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'll do Cole Kmet.
I'm not doing it. So you have fun with that.
Okay.
Parlay. I don't like the quarterbacks in this game, so I'm going to stay away from those guys. If I were to do it anytime, I think I would do Deontay Foreman. Cole Kmet's been a pretty good target for Bagent, so maybe you throw in Cole Kmet at plus 70. Let's see what that looks like when we're done here. So we'll go Cole Kmet for a touchdown. Adam Thielen, we already have him for
no. For these ones we don't do touchdown scores, bro.
Okay, bitch.
Let's just do receiving. Let's try with receiving. Do like 2 or 3. I really think Mooney can get 30 yards.
I think we go with Mooney 25 plus.
Okay.
Cole Kmet, also 25.
Yep.
DJ Moore, with 100 plus. Thursday Night Football, 125.
I would do
That's
60.
wishful thinking because I have to start him tonight.
I'll do 60.
What the hell is going on outside? I don't want to do all three of the receivers. Let's just stick with those two. We'll play a little safe here.
Okay, rushing. You don't think Sanders is going to get 22 rushing yards?
No. I would take his the hell? He's not here. I know on DraftKings you could take his over 1.5 receptions. I think he's had 3 receptions in every game that he's played the full game. So that'd be a good bet to do if you're on DraftKings.
Who?
Miles Sanders. He's had like 3 catches in every game.
All right. I kind of want to do. What about Badgett over 19.5? He rushes a lot.
Does he though?
Let me look. I was hoping Renee would chime in on this.
So Mooney, Cole Kmet. Let's go with
Badgett ran for 70 yards last game, 24, and then 4.
I don't hate it, I guess.
I'll do it.
They do have a lot of defensive injuries for the Panthers, so that could be good for them. Let's do some Panthers props because I'm not doing all Bears.
All right. I'm putting 20 on this one, then we're going to do a crazy $10 one. So hurry up and let's do one more leg here. So I'm going to put 20 on this. Joe said Young over rushing. So 10.5 for Bryce Young.
Okay.
I'm checking. I mean, I'm good for it. I just want to check. Yeah, he had 41 and 11 the last 2 games. I'm okay with that.
Foreman with 40.
Does that even do much? It brings it to plus 900. Okay, I'm putting 20 on this.
Oh, I was going to do also, where the hell is his alt receiving? I wouldn't mind Jonathan Mingo at 25.
Hello?
Yeah, do you hear me? I said I wouldn't mind Jonathan Mingo at 25. Yeah, I think Foreman does have a really good night tonight. I agree with you, Renee. He'll have a good night. I think this 6 leg is pretty solid, especially at plus 1,600. So we can lock that one in, but I actually have to do it on my phone. That's going to be our TGC parlay for tonight. And lock it in. We are 2 for 4. 2 for 4 on parlays. So not terrible. 50%. You got a 50-50 chance that this is going to hit tonight.
But now I want to do one crazy one for 10, and I want to do quarterbacks actually going off, not going off, but like I'm going to do Badgett's over of 180. That's
well, we're going to end the stream. I'm going to do that. We'll do that after this.
Okay.
All right, boys. Well, have a good one. Good luck this week. Hopefully you all lose. I know that's impossible, but you never know. And hopefully we'll be back next week with a sole first place person, either me or Dustin. May the better man win, Dustin. You have been in Europe all week, so I think that that's going to give you a negative reaction in your week this week. All right, play us a song out of here.
Good luck.